Well,
Go
hello
ahead.
again, Diane.
Hi, how are you, Kim? How are you doing this today?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Doing
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I'm glad you're on again. You were here, if people don't know, you were on podcast episode number 145. And it's called It's Never Too Late to Live Your Best Life. And on that conversation, you were talking about the Gigi's and
Mhm.
how you would go pay for people's groceries. And I really
Yes.
wanted to know more about those stories. So
Okay.
today
Okay.
you're going to talk about those stories. So
All right. Okay.
let's hear it.
Sounds good. That sounds good. Well, first of all, just to kind of give a little recap to Gigi's, the five of us. And last time that we spoke, I did forget one Gigi's name. So I want to say for Doris McCall, she is very important to our group, a great cook, has a great laugh. And so I want to say kudos to all the Gigi's, which is Doris, Linda, Jenny, Brenda, and myself. And so then we have a baby Gigi, which is Michelle. She's not quite part of the group yet because she's not in her 70s. So I want to make sure I got everybody: Linda, Jenny, Brenda, Doris, and myself. Yes.
That's
Okay.
so nice. That's nice to
Yeah.
acknowledge everyone.
Yes. I want to acknowledge everyone on that part. And so how we got started is probably in the year of 2016. We were at my home and we were talking about doing some things that give back to the community. I can't really recall how dog our started as far as that is concerned, but we started going to a grocery store, which was really down the street from me in Gardena, California, a Ralph's Market. And that was our first year in doing so. And we just kind of said, okay, let's just pull some money together and let's go into the grocery store. So I contacted the manager of the store, thought it was a great idea. And we definitely went to that particular store. So the first year, I would say, was our first year, and we were a little still trying to work our way and find our way how to do this. And if I recall, the first lady that we saw was an older lady, and she was shopping by herself and she was buying, I think, a ham and some other fixings. You could tell she was getting ready for the Christmas holiday. And I can say that when we walked up to her at the end of the cash register and said, hello, how are you? These ladies, we're all standing here. We're the Gigi's, and we would like to buy your groceries for you today. And she was like, what? She was confused at first. She
I
said,
bet.
what? And she said, are you kidding me? I said, no, we're serious. And she said, oh, and so she started crying. She
Oh,
literally, tears came to her eyes. I can still see her
oh,
now. She started crying. She was so grateful and thankful for us doing that. So that was one. I have a couple of stories that stand out, but that was one that stood out. And then I think I mentioned the last time about the gentleman that we wanted to buy his groceries, and he didn't want us to buy his groceries. He had a wife at home suffering from Alzheimer's, and he left the store. He was a gentleman. He says, "No, I'm okay." It was an older gentleman as well, and he left the store, and we were on our way to find somebody else, and he came back in the store and gave us some money and said he wants us to pay it forward for him.
wow.
Isn't that
I
something?
didn't know about that.
Oh, I thought I
Wow.
mentioned, maybe I didn't mention that the last time. Yes, he came in the store. He said, "I think what you all are doing it," because we told him whenever we tell them, we say this is our way of paying it forward. We want to help people or just want to bless people is what we say, and we call it paying it forward. And he came back in and actually gave us some funds to add to our bucket so that we could pay it forward for him.
That's so
So that was
nice.
one story. I got some funny stories too.
Yeah.
So the one of the funny stories is that my cousin Jenny saw this gentleman. She's one of the Gigi's, and this gentleman had I don't know, he had quite a few steaks. He had a big counter, and we were kind of, I think, toward the end of our um giving out funds. Well, right before him, a lady was in line and we paid for her groceries. So he was looking at us like, aren't you gonna pay for mine too?
Really?
and 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 we were like, well, we don't have enough money, because he had all these steaks left
Yeah,
up and everything.
it's kind of
So
expensive.
yeah, kind of is. Well, maybe if we had seen him at the beginning of our run, we would have actually paid for them. But this was toward the end of our day there, because our motto is that we're gonna keep looking for people and we'll pay for them as long as our money stands. But once
That's
we run out
good.
of
That's a good
funds,
motto.
as once we run out of funds, we just say hello, bye to the cashiers, and if the manager's around, we say we see you next year, and we leave. So the gentleman kept looking at us and looking at us, and so I go, "What do we do, you guys?" I said, "It's obvious." He's like, so we just kind of had to explain to him, no, we are kind of at the end of our whatever. So he was okay with it. He didn't really, but it was so funny because my cousin was like, "What about that guy?" I go, "What about him? He's got about 5 steaks on there. We only have so much money left." So we laughed about that for a while. And then we had another, it wasn't really funny, but it was cute. So the Gigi Brenda, she saw a single mom, it's an Afro-American mother. She had her children with her, and she was walking the store, and she said, yeah, Brenda saw her in the aisle and said, "We would like to buy your groceries for you." And so she said, "Well, I was just in here because I wanted to make some gumbo and I was getting," so Brenda said, "Okay, well, go and get what you need." So she went back to the meat counter and got all these crab legs and shrimp.
Oh, that's expensive too.
And very, very. But we went on and took care of it. We said, okay. So Brenda even walked back there with her, if I remember. She walked back to the meat counter with her. They came back to the front of the store. The girl had this big, she was loaded down with shrimp and crab.
Oh.
And we all looked at each other and go, okay, well, this is what we signed up for. So we're going to go on. And we went on and paid for her groceries. And she was just so grateful and so thankful.
Oh.
Really, she was. So that's one of the funny stories. And then we have another heartwarming story. Was a lady was in line, and she was also, you could tell she was buying things for a family dinner, maybe, and at the store, it seems like at that time, every time we went, there was always a lot of senior citizens there at the store. And because we would go around 11 o'clock in the morning, so that's probably was about the time that they come. We didn't want to go too late. We didn't want to go too early. And so this lady was in line, and she was buying some things, I guess, for a dinner. And she had her things there in the checkout line. And we said, "Is that all you have?" And she said, "I needed one more thing. Would you guys let me get one more thing?" We said, "We let you get whatever you need." And she got out of line and got one more thing. We said, "Do you need anything else?" She said, "I do, but I don't want to ask you guys." We said, "No, you get what you need. We'll take care of it." And she was so grateful, so grateful. Um, so that's a couple of the stories that stand out. We have had people to say absolutely no, though. We had one couple, older couple, and they were in the aisle, and we went and said to them, "Hi, how are you?" They, we try to catch people. They're walking up to the checkout stand, and we
Yes.
said, "We would like to buy your groceries for you today." And they said, "No, no, we don't need any help. We don't need any help."
Okay.
And yeah, and so we said, "Okay." I said, "It's not so much that we think you need any help. We just want to, do something different for you." And they were adamant. They would not let
Oh.
us buy groceries for them. So we did have that one year. And I'm trying to think if there's anything that stands out besides the young lady with the crab legs and the gentleman with all the steaks. And but yeah, most of the people were older people, and we were able to buy them. We did have a couple young ladies that were there. You could tell that they were single moms, and we bought their groceries for them as well. And they were
Nice.
equally as thankful and grateful. So we did that every year until COVID. And then I think I told you that several of them have since moved from the Los Angeles area. Linda moved to Las Vegas. Brenda moved to Louisiana. I now moved to the Palm Desert area. Jenny still lives in Orange County, and Dora still lives in Los Angeles. So we have not had a chance to do it in the last couple of years, but we had said when in our meeting getting together that we were going to try to, uh, pick it up again when everybody comes into town. So
Is
yeah.
there a virtual way you can do this type of thing? I wonder.
I don't know. I never have thought about it. Never, whatever. It's just something fun to do when you're all there together. We're all
I
standing
think
there
so.
together.
Yeah.
It's just the camaraderie ship of bringing the joy to some people that totally went to the store today, had no idea that their groceries were going to get paid for that day. And I think that's the joy of it all,
Yes.
is that you're totally surprising. Someone went there not saying, oh, somebody's going to buy my groceries for me today. And I think that we all enjoyed that tremendously,
Yeah, it's
tremendously.
too bad that you can't set up a meeting every year to where you
Yes.
all get together for a reunion and then you go out and do that together like you did.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're hoping that we can do.
Yeah.
Um, we're not sure we're going to do it this coming Christmas, but we've talked about it that we would like to institute it again because we have not had a chance to, like I said, COVID hit. We couldn't go out during COVID. And then I moved last year during Christmas time in December, really. So it kind of put a little pause on us doing this particular aspect of what the GGs love to do.
Yeah. So I can't remember, but you probably told me, but when you do this once a year, do you just do it for one day?
Yeah, just one
Okay.
day. We usually always pick the week before Christmas because we know that people are usually buying
Yeah.
groceries for Christmas dinner and lunches and all. So we always try to pick a day right a week before Christmas. And then afterwards we all go to lunch down to Redondo Beach, down to Kincaid's, one of our favorite
Nice.
spots, and have lunch. And then we would always come back to my house because I lived in that area at that time, and we would sit around and talk and laugh, have dessert or whatever the case may be.
Oh,
It was a
I
great
bet you
time.
missed that.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why we said we were going to try to start it again because we all did, enjoy it, even though we're all in different physical locations now. Because Linda still has family in Los Angeles. I still
Right.
have friends in Los Angeles. And like I said, Jenny lives in Orange County, which is like about 45 minutes from Los Angeles. Doris lives right in Los Angeles. So the only people that would need to come in town would be myself and Brenda, who lives in Louisiana, and Linda, who lives in Las Vegas. And so
Okay.
she does come from Las Vegas to Los Angeles at times to visit her children.
Yeah.
So we could make it happen. We would just have to really coordinate it, make sure everybody's fine and well and able to come. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you doing anything like this or something else in a group that you're with now? I know you're in many different social groups.
Uh, not not quite yet, because I just got here to the desert. I've met a few. I think I told you in the last. I met some ladies. They're really nice. They meet one Tuesday of the month, and they do coloring, and they have lunch and all those type of things. And then some of those ladies we go out, like tonight. We're going to hear a lady sing at the restaurant. They kind of have happy hour live music, so we try to go out at least, once a month to do those things. So I met these ladies. They're great, great ladies. Love them and have enjoyed meeting them and getting involved with them. Then I told you, I think I mentioned I'm playing pickleball.
Yes.
So I have to mention this because one of the lady that helped me find my home, she's my friend. Her name is Joanne, and her husband's name is Joe, and he's retired from real estate. And so they looked at the last interview you made, and he's such a jokester. He goes, "So you didn't mention anything about me introducing you to pickleball." I
Oh,
said, "Joe." I said, Joe, on the next one, I'm going to make sure that everybody knows that Joe Camelot is the reason why I'm playing pickleball. So his wife and I just crack up because
Wow.
he is,
Hello, Joe Camelot. Thank you
yeah,
so
Joe.
much for
Oh, yes,
introducing
he'll love
Diane
that.
Pickleball. She loves it.
Yeah, I do. I do. So in fact, I was at their home last night. We played a dominoes. They invited me over for dinner. They live right like 5 minutes from me. And up the
Nice.
street, and we went up. They had me for dinner, and Joanne's mother was visiting from the kind of Los Angeles area, and we had dinner and then played dominoes, which we do. A new domino game called Spinners.
Oh, what? Tell me about that.
That
Spinners?
Spinners. It's a game where when you can only play start off with spinners, and you have to play. If someone puts a spinner down like a double five, double six, double seven, you have to play on that spinner. And until
Oh,
it's closed, if you can't play, you have to pull from the pile until you play. And the object of the game is to go out first, not to get points. The person with the lowest points. Okay, kudos to Joe too. For the last few times, he's always had the lowest points, so he wins. When my daughter
oh,
was here from New York, remember she just left on Monday. We
yeah.
had a wonderful time
Oh,
together,
that's
God.
great.
And we went over there and played spinners again, and he won that time as well. So I told her last night on the text, I said, Joe won. She says, I'm going to learn a new strategy. So when I come back, we can make sure Joe's not the winner. So I told him that. He thought that was great.
Yeah, watch
So
out, Joe.
yeah, watch out, Joe. Your time is coming where you're not going to be the lowest man on the totem pole with points.
So spinners, if it's a double,
It's a
it's
double,
called a
like
spinner.
it's the name of this domino game is called Spinners,
And
and
that's what a spinner is. It's when
a
you have the
spinner is
same
with
amount of dots on both sides of the domino.
yes, yes,
Oh, I'm
yes,
gonna
yes.
have to look into this.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun, and it goes fast. And you don't have to count points till one person goes out. Then whatever everybody has left in their hand, that's what their score is. So and you play all the way from number 9 double all the way down to the blank double. So each time someone goes out, then you go to the next. You start off with 9, then you go with the 8th spinner, then the 7th spinner. It's a lot of fun
Oh, wow.
because
And you start with a 9. There's
yeah,
what about 12s?
no 12s,
No
just 9.
12s
Start with
or
the
11s or
9.
10. Yeah.
No, 9s and then 8, 7, and you keep going until you get down to the blank one that's a spinner, and that's the end of the game. And then when whoever has the less points when you get to that point wins the game. So
Okay,
he's
I'm checking that out. Do
yeah,
you have
you
any
would
more
like it.
game recommendations for all of us?
Let's see. They had another game. They're great people to play games, and we had another game that they played when they came over here one time, but I can't remember it because we only
Oh,
played it one time, so I can't remember the name of it. It
why don't
was a
you call
card game.
Joe and ask
Yeah,
him?
I can.
Maybe
He would
Joe
be,
should come on next time.
yeah. Oh, he wouldn't. He would go. No, I don't want to do that. But he would be a. He's on his way, I think, to take uh Joanne's mother back home because
Okay.
Joanne and I are going to go on this little outing with the ladies later on this afternoon because the mother lives in I think she was in San Bernardino, but she's about an
Oh,
hour or so away from us. So he's
okay.
going to be driving her home today.
All right, Joe, next time. But Joe, you need to give us game recommendations, okay?
He would do that. Oh, he's gonna love that. Wait till I tell him he has to. He's gonna he nicknames me Diva. He calls me the Diva,
That's a good name. You
and I
are.
nick and I nickname him Bougie. I go, well, you're Bougie. I might be a diva, but you're Bougie. We have a great time, great
Boy,
time.
Domino's sounds like a fun night for you guys.
Yes, it was. I mean, it has been. They've come over here. We play cards, and
Oh,
boy,
what do you
it's so
play?
fun.
What kind of cards?
A game called Bid Whist. Have you ever heard of Bid Whist? It's like spades. Have you heard of spades?
I've heard of spades.
Okay, well,
What
spade
is it called? Spell it.
bid BIDWHIST bid whist. It's
Bid
like
whist.
spades, but you actually bid on a hand. It's kind of hard to explain. It's
You
kind of
bid.
like
Okay.
I understand it's kind of like bridge, but you bid on your hand.
That's hard.
Is it? Because I don't know what I've
I
never
was
played bridge.
with a boyfriend a long time ago in LA,
Uh-huh.
and
Okay.
we went to his parents, and she was part of the Rotary, and she had this bridge thing every month at our house. And so she
Oh.
tried to teach us. I was so confused. I was young too. I was in my 20s. I was young and I'm just like, I don't understand this at all. So hard. And then there's a dummy. That's all I remember. There's a dummy. I was
Uh,
probably a dummy.
I don't know whether there's bid whistles where you deal out all the cards and then you look at what's in your hand and then you decide if you can make so many books by what's in your hand. If you can make 3 books, 4 books, 5 books, like in other words, if you have all high cards like spades and kings and queens of one suit, then you could probably make a lot of books. But it's
Wow.
hard. You got to learn how to count cards. We grew up with it. It's a very well-known game in the Afro-American community. I mean,
Really?
oh yeah, very no. They have bid whist tournaments all over the place, and my aunts and mother and all of them played it and taught us when we were kids how to play this game, and it's still a very popular game to play.
It sounds like
Uh,
it's good for your brain.
it is because you have to count. I never really learned how to count cards though,
Oh,
and so
what a bummer.
uh, so you have to count how many cards are left and everything. And my cousin Tanya, we have gone to various little outings with friends and stuff and we would play. We would always be partners, and we would win. And I would think it's just by sheer happening because we and no major planning that we would win, but we enjoyed the game. Enjoyed it.
Do you play any card games that I've heard of?
Let's see, what card games do you play?
I don't even remember. Gin rummy.
I remember gin rummy. My mom used to play gin rummy all the time. She
Yeah, I
sure
used to
did.
play that with my dad all the time.
Oh
And
yeah.
there was I think I learned something called Rummy Cube not long
Rummy
ago.
cube. Yeah, rummy
That was
cube.
fun.
Was that with the little you put them on a little tray?
Yeah, little tiles.
Yeah, little tile. Yeah, my cousin plays it. My cousin that was here a couple weeks ago, my cousin Kathy. She's really up on all the games and especially card games and board games. She also likes games too. In fact, they came over and they turned her on to the spinners domino game. So, because we were rather just playing regular dominoes. We grew up on those as well. But yeah,
I
I've
love
heard of
how
them.
you play games. I think that is one really fun thing to do with friends. You
Yes,
can
yes, it is.
socialize and have a great time playing
Yeah,
games
games and
and use your
it keeps
brain
your
at the
brain
same time.
stimulated. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's good. We have a good time. We have a really good time because they call me and say, "What are you doing?" I go, "Oh, I'm just kind of relaxing today because it's really hot here." And
Yes.
yeah, it's really hot. And they said, "Okay, well, come on over so we can play some games and have dinner." And I go, "Okay." And I just, I had cleaned up and done everything that I need to do. So I thought, why not? So I
That's
headed on over
nice.
there last night. Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, so tell me, what other social things have you been doing since I talked to you last?
Hmm. Okay, so when my daughter was here, we went up to the Palm Springs tram. We took that ride up to the top of the
Oh, where it's
mountain.
cool up there.
Yes, it was
Yes.
really cool all the way up to Idlewild. That's where the tram ends in Idlewild. But we were on the tram and there were nothing but rock climbers and hikers. I would say there was probably at least 100 of them.
What?
And
Really?
I
That you were
ab-
looking down on from the tram? But isn't
no,
it
that
hot?
they were on the tram to go up
Oh,
there to climb rocks. And so
okay.
on their backs, they had these huge they looked like little miniature mattresses, I thought. So the lady in front of me overheard me saying, wow, they're gonna go up there and really camp out. They brought their own little bags. And she goes, oh no, that's in case they fall. That is a mat that they can fall on because they're all free rock climbers. I go, oh my goodness. And they're real thick, thick mattresses like this. And they've had them folded over and they have them on their back like a backpack. And I would say there were at least everybody in line looked like every other person had one. And they were all, either hikers or mountain climbers. So my daughter and I, we got so tickled because once we got to the top and we looked around and we said, well, we know we're not hiking. So they had like a little restaurant at the top. and it wasn't quite open because we went real early in the morning. I said, well, let's get up and be the first, catch the first tram up, which is 8 o'clock in the morning, and which we did because we know that because by the time we come back down, it's going to be hot here on the desert floor,
Yes.
which it was. But so we went up there and went out on the observation deck, which was absolutely gorgeous. All these pine trees, and it was really cool. You actually had to put a sweater on when you got up there. It was about 30 degrees cooler up there than it is down, and it's only a 6 minute ride.
Oh, is it only 6 minutes? I haven't done
Six
it in
minutes.
so many years, but I can find some pictures and send you some of me.
Okay, good.
I remember what I was wearing too. Just
Is that right?
this little purple strapless jumpsuit thing, it like gauzy. And I remember posing next to some trees up there. But I remember going up there going, oh my gosh, it's cold up here.
Yes, yes, yes. That's
So
what.
so what was the temperature where
Uh,
down
when we
below
left at
versus
8 o'clock in the morning, the temperature was about 89. And when we got up there, the temperature was about 69.
okay, so 20 degrees
Yeah,
difference.
about, well, maybe it may have been even colder. I know that I had to
Yeah.
put my sweater on, I believe. And I
Both
mean,
of
I
those
know
are
I,
still hot.
yeah.
Both of them are hot for me.
But we had
69's
a good,
getting there, getting up there.
yeah, right. We so we walked around the little platform or the little area that where the actual tram lands, and they have two restaurants there. I understand. In fact, Joe and
They
Joanna,
do?
yeah, they have two
Remember
now.
anything being up there but trees, but it's been
No,
an
they have,
awfully long time.
yeah. Oh, okay. They have some restaurants there. They have like a little cafe style where you can go and get drinks and parfait, and then they have a sit down restaurant up on the next level, which they're going to
Oh,
in the evening and have dinner. There's some friends of theirs are coming, Joe and Joanne. Some friends are coming down in next month, and they're taking them up there. But this is what my daughter and I we got started laughing. So we walked around and we saw how nice it was, and then we went outside. We sat down on the observation desk, and we turned to each other and go, "Okay, you ready to go?" And she said, "Yes." And so we were the only two coming back down.
oh,
We
all by
got so
yourselves.
all by ourselves because all the other people were going to go on the hiking trails and do their rock climbing. We just wanted to kind of go up and say, hey, I wanted her to experience going up the
Oh,
tram.
yeah.
So we had a great time when we came on back down, and then we went and had breakfast at one of the famous places here in the Palm Springs area called Elmer's. They have the best breakfasts ever. And we went there and had breakfast, and then we went on and came home and relaxed and binged out on Hallmark Channel movies for
Oh, how fun.
yeah,
That's nice.
yeah,
Can you
yeah.
recommend any that you really liked?
Uh There was one that, in fact, my girlfriend was one of the producers of it. It was called Five Good Things. It was about three friends who were in Italy, and this one girl finding her romance there. And I think it's still showing because I had taped it. I had
Okay.
taped it, so so that way she could get a chance to see it. But
And you
yeah,
liked it. You both liked it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Did you
yeah.
like all the movies you watched, or were some just
Uh,
okay?
Some were just okay. I
Yeah.
did like the one. There was another one that watched. It was a young. Oh, I watched Hallmark. Where the Heart Is. That's a
Oh,
series.
I've never seen that.
Oh yeah, it just finished their season finale.
Okay.
I think it's called Home is Where the Heart Is. I can't remember now. But it came on every Sunday night, and for
Okay.
about I don't know 9, 10 Sundays, and then but it's over now. So
Okay. And that was
yeah.
a good one.
Very good. Very good. Very
Okay.
good.
Do you
Yeah.
have any other recommendations of anything else besides movies and games? I know
Recommendation.
you know everything.
No, I don't. Kim, please. I don't know everything.
You do. You do so much stuff. I can't keep up with you.
I don't, as far as recommending anything, I really can't say anything. I'm drawing a blank right now. You threw
Yeah.
me for a loop.
That's too broad of a question, I think.
Yeah. But just enjoying life, just really enjoying life and and having a great time, meeting new people, doing new things. Um,
I love that. And how often do you play pickleball and what time do you play? Because it's got
I
to
play.
be really hot.
No, no, no. It's indoors at the Senior Citizen Center. It's
And
every Friday.
is it air conditioned in there?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
That would be a
No,
bummer if it
yeah,
wasn't. No one
bummer.
would go.
They have several indoor pickleball places here in the desert,
Okay.
but the one that we go to is the Senior Citizen Center, and they have beginning classes Thursdays and Friday. We've chosen to go on Friday, and then after the beginning class, they have intermediate pickleball players, and quite a few people go. You would not. I mean, it's all lined up. It's in like a little gym
Oh
area.
yeah, I've
They
seen
have
that.
a yeah, they have a instructor. His name is Henry. He's a really good instructor. And I should say, I did start when I first moved here. I started outside because we have pickleball courts where I currently live.
Yeah.
And it was still not so hot.
Right. You probably have to play at like 4 a.m.
Oh,
in
well,
order to play
early.
outside right now.
They still go. When I went to introduce myself, there's a lady there named Susan who really did teach both Joanne and I how to serve the ball. But the outdoor pickleball courts are larger than the indoor pickleball
They
courts.
are.
Uh-huh.
And are the
And
nets higher too?
no, no,
Okay, just standard
same height.
pickleball height.
But it took me a little while to adjust coming indoors because the court is not as large, and therefore I was hitting the ball out of the court a lot because and I was getting so good at the outdoor court, and then they wanted me to come and play, and then time just kind of got away from me where it was starting to get hot, and people were coming to visit, my cousin, and then my daughter, and then some other people, my friends, they came to visit. So I never really had a chance to kind of really formulate my outdoor pickleball game, and now it's
Okay.
just too hot. But I did see them out there the other day around 7:30, and listen, I go walking in the mornings, and I have to start walking now at 6.
Yeah,
And it's
I get it. I used to do
I,
the same thing. I think I even went at 5 because you
oh,
have to get it in before it
it
gets
gets
way too hot.
right. And I think I went walking this morning at 6, and think when I looked at my phone, the temperature was 84 degrees at
Oh,
6 o'clock.
was it? And you walked anyway? Oh
I
my,
walked
I
in,
could
but
never
the
do
way
that.
I walk is basically shade. I walk around in the community, and the distance and the direction. That's what I'm looking for. The direction that I'm looking for, all the houses kind of shade me. I can
That's
feel the
perfect.
heat, but it's not, beaming on me. And I love it. It's just my quiet time, a walk, prayer time. I just absolutely love it. But I might need to start out about 5:45 come
Yeah.
July and August, because it's probably going to be a little hot.
And how
But
many minutes do you go?
anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. I try to do at least
Great.
30 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
at least. Yeah. And then
It's so
the other
healthy.
day I went to the gym. So I usually try to go walking, and then I go to Planet Fitness, and they have a 30-minute workout room, where you do on the machines and that type of thing. So I don't always do 30 minutes though. I might do about 20.
Oh,
So
I thought
if
you were
I'm
going
gonna
to say
work,
I do an hour.
oh no, are you kidding? But I am gonna work my way up to the 30-minute mark in the 30-minute room. I used to do that a lot in Los Angeles, and I just have to kind of get back into the swing of things, so to speak.
Yeah. So they
Yeah.
have little stations you walk
Yeah,
to.
you have a little a stepping where you can do your little step up, then you go to a arm station, then you go back to the step thing, then you go to another station, and they have it all numbered. So if you do all of them, it'll take you 30 minutes,
Yeah.
so it's
Good for
fun.
you. You're so inspiring. Oh my goodness.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Well, you're inspiring too. Your setup with your network, your website, your books. I want to say kudos to you as well.
Well, thank you. I have a good time. I
Yeah,
love
I
doing
could.
this stuff.
I know, I could, and it shows. It shows.
Oh,
Shows.
thank you. Especially when I talk to people like you who are just so inspiring. And now I want to go play games. After
Yeah,
talking to
see?
you, I really want to have like game nights or game afternoons or, like
Yeah.
once a month. You do it,
With
do you
this
do it once a month or do you just do it all the
We
time?
just do it. We just do it whenever it's random. Like in other words, Joe and Joanna, we just kind of started developing doing the games, and the other ladies, did they have it? They didn't have any games. I don't think they're more or less into. They have what they call their creative thing. They have coloring books,
Oh,
and so they get together, and I've attended several of them. It's mainly for lunch, and then they color in these coloring books.
that's
This one lady named Fifi, who I just love so much. She's just so funny and just keeps us in stitches laughing. She kind of more or less, I think, initiated this. And everybody brings their own colored pencils or crayons, and you just sit and you color. And all
yes,
these coloring books, adult coloring books, many of them are portraits of people or landscaping, and very calming, very nice, so
very
it's a lot.
meditative, I think.
Yeah,
And you
very
can
a
have
lot.
little conversations while you're doing
Yep.
it.
And we
That's
do.
so fun.
Yeah, we
Does
do.
anybody do any crafting or anything like that?
Uh, I'm not sure. No one's mentioned crafting. Let me just say that no one's mentioned that as of yet.
Okay.
But I haven't been to many of the Tuesday get-togethers. I think I mentioned to you when I came down because I'm doing the Tuesday, what I do, the grief support or caring connections, and I'm
That's
doing
right.
how to live with less stuff, and that's when they meet on Tuesdays. But I did because they had invited me to one of their outings. I had a dessert party and everybody loved it. I just had all this different array of desserts and coffee and champagne and
You
orange
had
juice.
it. You had it at
I
your
had it at
house.
my house. Yeah, I had a
That's
dessert
nice.
party and nothing but desserts. But then I did throw in some things for people like, chips and salsa and things like that for those that maybe just not into sweets, because I'm into sweets, especially chocolate. And but I try to temper myself. And everybody said that they enjoyed it. And then we actually got up and I played we had a game, we played a little trivia game, and which was really a lot of fun. See what it's called. I think it's called "Did You Know This?" or something like that. I still have it. I have to get the name. I'll give you
Oh,
that
that sounds
name.
like fun. You're going to have to give me a list.
Yeah, I will. I'll give you a list. It's right there in my little box over there. It's called "Did You Know This?" or is it called "You Probably Know This?" No, you probably know this.
That
And
sounds fun.
it's a lot of fun. Everybody loved it. So we played that. And then in October, I'm going to be hosting a line dancing party here at my house. So
Oh, I want to come. That's my favorite thing to do.
is it?
It
Oh
is,
my, you're kidding
truly,
me. Okay, well, we're going to have a line dancing party because it's too hot to do it now
at your house.
at my house. And I have my house is not really huge, but I do have some space, excuse me, some space where we can all kind of line up and do a little bit of line dancing. And
Is there a teacher or are you the teacher?
no, we're just going to pull up YouTube
Yeah, there's some
and
good ones. I
follow.
can send
Yeah,
you some of those,
yeah,
some easier ones on
yes,
YouTube.
yes. I tried to teach them this one called the Tucker. Everybody loved the Tucker, but they thought it was a little difficult. I didn't think it was, but we'll probably do electric slide, and we'll do Cupid shuffle, we'll do the wobble, we'll do things like that. That everybody, when you go to any kind of party, they play those three for sure, and we'll probably do those.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of line dances memorized.
No, I used to take a line dance when I lived in Los Angeles. There was a line dancing class down the street from me on every Tuesday
Oh, how
after
nice.
church, and I used to go down there for line dancing classes. And I really did like it a lot. And I'm trying to think why. I had to stop it because I was doing they had it on Wednesdays, and then they changed it to Tuesdays. So
Oh,
I had to,
no.
the instructor, she changed it to from Wednesdays to Tuesdays, so I had to drop it. But I used to love going to do that because I love line dance. My girlfriend Brenda and I love line dancing.
Oh, I love that. I mean,
Yeah,
really, I absolutely love line dancing and I love that you do that.
yeah. And we
And so
met.
now there's no classes being taught around where you are. So you
No,
decided to have your own.
Yeah, so this is what another lady in the new group that I just met, her name is Barbara and Fifi. We all decided that we really would like to do a line dance class. So we're the ones that kind of spearheaded. Well, let's just do some line dancing. And because she was saying that Barbara's been here in the desert for quite a while, and she said that we would have to go all the way to Beaumont. They do have line dance classes, but they're all the way in Beaumont, which is about an hour from us. So
Oh,
that's just too far to go to, spend another just an hour or so for dancing. So we were saying, well, we should probably start our own. So that we're going to attempt to do that come October. The
can you
wish
move
as
here?
well.
Can you move here?
You're so funny, Kim.
I'm so impressed.
So wish us well. Wish us well come
I
October.
do. And
Yeah.
when is this happening?
October.
Oh,
I think we're gonna be because my children are coming the 22nd of October. So I'm either gonna have them the 1st of October or the end of October. And my
how
girlfriend
fun.
Linda's coming from Vegas in September. So to hang out for a little bit.
You
So
just live such a full life. I think you need to have a podcast.
oh no, I just like being on yours.
Oh, well, you can come back as often as you want and give us, maybe you can come monthly and give us an update on the new
Uh,
things that you've done.
uh,
You're just incredible.
well, thank you, Kim. Thank you. You're making me blush. But I just like to, I call myself a Renaissance woman because I have a variety of interests, and I'm not ashamed to explore them and to do them and share them with family and friends. I love tinkering a little bit with interior design. I love doing that, helping friends, get things for their homes. I love doing that as well. And I think I'm okay with it. Everybody asks me some of their advice. Some of my friends ask my advice on how they should place things or what they should buy and
And
things of
what they
that.
should get rid of.
Yeah.
How, speaking of
Especially
that,
my cousin Jenny. Especially my cousin Jenny. She just redid her house, which looks beautiful. She got new floors and new furniture, and it just looks gorgeous. And so I was, helping her kind of plan that out, new rugs and things like that. And we had so much fun. I found a table for her and I said, you got to get this table. You got to get, and she was like, okay, let's pull the trigger on it. So I said, I'm going to put it in my car and I'm going to drive it down there to you. Because I found it here in the desert, a travertine, beautiful table. It looks gorgeous.
nice.
Oh, and I have a big SUV. I said, but we have to find somebody that can unload it because it's
Right.
really, really heavy. And we did, her brother and the
Of
next door neighbor.
course.
But we had so much. And she said, I sent her a picture. I said, let's look at this. Look at this. You got to get this, cousin. You got to get this. She said, okay, get it. Buy it. I'll sell you the money. So I bought it. She zelled me the money. I had the store put it in my car. It stayed in my car for close to a month because I wasn't going to her house in Irvine, California for like another month. And I
Yeah, that's
did.
kind of a distance.
Yeah. Well, I have the transponder for the toll road. So the toll road cuts out about 35 minutes of driving
Oh,
to get
wow.
there. So it only takes me about an hour and 35 minutes to get to her
Oh,
house.
that's still a
And
long time.
yeah, but when you live in California, you kind of used to that traffic.
Yeah, yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
yeah, you kind of, I thought that's great. No traffic on the toll road. I love it. So
No traffic is good. So
yeah.
how's your class going? Your live with less stuff.
I had one lady, Annette, the lady that comes quite frequently, she was on yesterday, and another lady named Laura, who she used to be a co-host with me, and she pops in every now and then, and
Oh,
yeah, she pops in, but yeah, it's slow in the summertime, and I know that I'm not going to be teaching it for the whole month of August because I'm going on vacation, and I just need a little downtime. So
wait,
the
where are
month
you going? Do I know this? Did you already
in the
mention
end,
it?
maybe I mentioned I'm going to back to my hometown where I met Stony and where I'm
Yeah.
from. Yeah, my
Okay.
my mom's my mom's school. They have this reunion. It was the only Afro American school in the whole city, and for years, all the classes would come every 3 years. But most of the people, of course, in my mother's age group or a little bit younger, they've all since passed. But
Yes.
now the kids and the grandkids and the great grandkids have taken up the baton, and they're now putting on this reunion. It's really, really
Oh,
awesome. Well, years ago, it probably about 1,000 people there that would come from all over the country. Yeah, I
that's a
have
lot
no
of
idea.
people.
Yeah, it was. I don't know how many. This is the first time they've had it now in about five because of COVID,
Yeah.
probably about 5 years. And so that you go and the first night is, meet and greet and have like a little hospitality suite. And they're going to have a jazz room and a little, that type of thing. Then Saturday morning is a picnic. Everybody goes to the picnic. Then Saturday night is a banquet and a dance, and then Sunday is the farewell brunch and everything. So it's a whole weekend.
And so what time does line dancing start?
Uh, all Friday and Saturday, whenever the music's playing, there'll
You're
be some.
gonna lead that, right?
No, not really. There'll be probably my cousin Kathy. She loves to cha-cha slide and things like that. So she'll be there with all of her children. So there'll be quite a few of us there that love line dance, and I'm sure they'll put on the wobble or Cupid shuffle, and everybody just jumps up and goes on the floor and will perform those dances, which are a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
And so you're going the whole month of August? No,
No, no,
you're going for a
it's
couple
just gonna be
days.
just a couple of days, but I'm just taking the whole month off, just to kind of recalibrate, just re-energize myself, get ready for September and
Yeah, we
come back.
probably need to talk after you come back because I want to hear about it.
Okay,
And
okay.
then you said that the Gigi's want to come on the show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
A couple of them, a couple of them are kind of dealing with some personal things right now.
Yeah.
But once they get settled, then yeah, I would like for you to talk with them. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I'm
Yeah,
very excited to do this.
yeah.
There's going to be 6 of you, right? Or 5 of you?
Five of us.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be five of us. Yes,
No
absolutely.
baby Michelle.
Well, baby Michelle, we might could have baby Michelle too.
I need to meet baby Michelle.
Baby Michelle, yes. We'll set that up for sure, definitely. So that'll be good.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
thank you for doing this today. This has been
Yeah.
very entertaining and
Okay.
inspiring,
Okay.
and
Great.
I can't
And
wait to do it again.
yeah, exactly. And I will text you the name of that game, the trivia game.
Yeah, send me all of yours and Joe's recommendations, and I'll put
Okay.
them in the show notes.
Okay, great. Okay,
Yeah, I'll
that
put
sounds
links
good.
to them. People can buy them.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Good, good,
please
good.
send all that stuff and I'll put it
Okay,
in.
we'll do. We'll do.
All right.
And this will be ready next month. This interview will be on your channel
Yeah,
next
I'll send
month.
you the date.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Well,
Yeah.
thank you once again, Kim. It's always a pleasure speaking to you. You
Yeah.
are a great
Back
interviewer.
at you. That was so
Right,
fun.
great interviewer. You could give Oprah Winfrey a run for her money.
Oh, you're so nice. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'd like to
Uh,
have her on the show.
wouldn't you
Of
though?
course, I'd be terrified. I'd probably fail.
Oh no. Oh no. She
Well,
would she probably put you at ease.
You have
She probably,
connections. You can find her for me and tell her all
if I
about.
had some connections, I don't know if I had that kind of connection, but
Oh, I bet you do.
so
All right.
anyway, I will. All right. Well, thank you once again for interviewing me and thinking that I am have some things to share. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll see you hopefully in another month.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good. All
All right.
right.
All
All
right.
right. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye
Bye.
bye.